Hello and welcome to my summer solstice event. It is a celebration of new beginnings and personal power. What a wonderful day, the longest day of the year. And I am so happy to have you here. I'm really excited for this event. When I was creating this event, I was really inspired actually by the sunflower image that I found, and it just inspired me. I think it is such a beautiful thing that it's a representation of summer, and it also is a beautiful representation of the chakra that we're going to be focusing on today, the solar plexus chakra, which is named solar. I see how it all fits together. So I hope that you found, even in the workbook, if you've had the chance to download the workbook and gone through it, that it gave you some inspiration and brought you a feeling of just joy and personal power and the light of what new beginnings can be in this time, starting with this day. So let's jump into it. Let me move forward here. About me. So I'm Eileen Fine. I am a LA mom with New York City roots. I took my degrees in psychology and nutrition, and I paired them with my training in breath work and mindfulness to create the Tiny Balcony. And it's my hope that all of the resources and everything that I give you inside of the Tiny Balcony, whether that be our free workbooks, our free workshops, the podcasts that I have, any of the crystal collections or prints, home decor, everything that's in there for you to create a sacred space, any of my courses, one of which I'm really excited about and I'm going to share at the end of this event, can help you to bring mindfulness into your life. When I do the healing crystals workshops and give away those inside of my Facebook private group, which I encourage you to join if you haven't yet, the mindfulness group, the reason that I'm sharing all of these things is that crystals, meditation, chakra work, all of them are tools to help you bring mindfulness into your life, to create a still space, a space where you can be kind to yourself, right? And through that, you can find healing. You can recognize that you are not your thoughts and feelings, that you are the observer of those feelings. And when you have that, it creates a small space where you can step back and you can take back your power and be able to respond to life versus react to it, to let go of old stories and things that no longer fit your life, so you can create a space to manifest the true you, the observer that lives inside of you, that's always been with you and that's always there inside of you, waiting for you to tap into it. And tools like crystals that can channel energy, healing chakras, which are the energy points inside of our body, those are things that we can use to connect with that true inner self and to use all of the power and energy that we have inside of us to make the most out of life and to truly embrace this beautiful gift of this world that lives around us, and all of the strengths that we have inside. So that's why I created the Tiny Balcony. I wanted to create a space, whether that be physically, and you're creating, like I have with my Tiny Balcony, which is why I named the company that, a physical space where you can be mindful, or just a space in time where you can take the time like you are today, take care of yourself, be still, be mindful, recognize the things you need to let go of in order to have other things come into your life, find self-empowerment that lives inside of you, and take advantage of a day like today, which is a perfect opportunity for new beginnings. So in thinking about that, let's talk about the summer solstice. Well, today is the longest day of the year. Today's the first day that my daughter started summer camp, so I feel like it's just a perfect combination of summer. And it's a time of bringing light and renewing energy into our lives. So just as summer is the season of the sun, it also represents the fire energy of our solar plexus chakra, which is represented by the element of fire. And the summer solstice and the season of summer brings a highly energized time when we can focus on our potential to manifest our desires and harness the manifesting energy of the sun to support new beginnings. And see down here how it matches. I love when things come together, right? So the sunflower, which is the perfect representation of summer, is the solar plexus chakra's symbol, which is about self-empowerment and new beginnings. So if we look at the topic of self-empowerment, let's take a step back and talk about chakras for people that might not be familiar with it. So in Sanskrit, the word chakra means disc or wheel. And these are wheels of spinning energy that go up and down your spinal column. And they correspond to nerve bundles and major organs in your body and are considered energy centers in your body. So there are over 100 throughout your body, but there are 7 major chakras that run from the crown of your head down to your root, which is kind of when you're sitting just at the base of your spine. And these are energy centers that, if in balance and activated, can help you move through life and be self-actualized. But when they're out of balance, there's a lot of things that we'll talk about that you will see can really impact you, right? So the solar plexus chakra, also known as the Manipura in Sanskrit, which means lustrous gem, is your 3rd chakra, and it's located just above your navel. And think of it like the sun. It's your personal energy center, and it relates to personal identity and power. So I have here in this box, which is inside of your workbook, some of the main things that you can connect with this chakra, right? So its color is yellow, which is perfect for summer. Its mantra, which I shared in an email for anybody that signed up for this. I shared a chakra mantra, and I'll also share it when I share the replay of this, is a beautiful bija mantra, which is a seed mantra that you can repeat. And the rhythm of it is actually at the same vibration of your chakra. So it can help to activate and balance your chakra, which is Ram. It relates to strength and determination and power. And when your solar plexus chakra is balanced, you feel confident in control of your life. You have a strong sense of self-worth, and you're able to assert your needs and your wants. You're able to take action towards your goals with ease. And you feel connected with your intuition, or able to trust your gut instincts, right? Think about the gut. It's all about gut instincts. And you're able to let go of fears and doubts that can hold you back from living your best life. And isn't that what this is about, right? You're able to radiate positive energy like the sun and be able to attract abundance into your life. So when your solar plexus is out of balance or underactivated, that's when you think things are a feeling of self-doubt or a lack of identity, or you may feel that fate in life is just happening to you, right? Versus being lived by you. And that's what mindfulness really is, right? It's the ability to create that space, like I said, where you can respond to life versus react to it. That when your feet hit the floor, life just doesn't start rushing towards you. You have an intention and you live by that intention and your values, and you're clear on what they are. And when you do that, you're able to have things like boundaries. You can tell people no and not feel guilty about it. You can tap into the personal power that lives inside of you and be self-actualized and be able to get through life on the path that you want to go down. And that's what we're going to work on today. So what I want to do next is to be able to take you through an activation exercise. And I shared this inside of the workbook. And in there, there's a lot of fun things too. There's a recipe for golden milk, which is, oh, so yummy, that you can use with this at any time. And that aligns with your solar plexus chakra, and you can use it to activate food as a way to activate your chakras. So why not tap into that, right? Mindful eating is a wonderful thing. So set yourself up for this activation exercise. It's going to be one of the 3 things that we'll be doing today to activate and to balance your solar plexus chakra for the summer solstice. So what I would like you to do is to get into a comfortable position. You can be standing or sitting. Sitting is a nicer way, I think, to be relaxed in this. And I want you to just take a little bit of time. You set aside the time, good for you, to do this for yourself today, and be able to bring activation to this energy center in your body. So let me go to the next slide, and I'm going to shut myself down here so you're not looking at me. You can be looking at this sunflower. And you can either keep your eyes open and focused on the sunflower, or you can close your eyes. And what I want you to do is to, if you have a candle, great. If you don't worry about it. I want you to bring your palms together in front of you. And I want you to rub them together to create warmth between your palms for about like 10 or 15 seconds, right? Just rub them back and forth and feel the vibration between your palms and the warmth begin to grow. And think about that as the element of fire is connected to the solar plexus chakra, how your body actually has the ability and the life of fire within it, right? So keep rubbing them. And when you start to feel that they have some warmth, I want you to close your eyes and bring your warmed, energized hands to rest over your midsection and your navel. And visualize the flame of your candle within your hands burning there over your navel. And I want you to take a deep inhale. And as you do, picture the yellow light of a flickering flame stream from your hands into your midsection and connect with your solar plexus chakra. Deep inhale, hold it, and exhale. And begin to see this yellow light spin clockwise at your navel, creating a glowing source of energy, warmth, and strength at your core. Deep inhale and exhale. And bring to your mind's eye this spinning glow of energy that is your solar plexus chakra. With each inhale and exhale, see it grow larger and larger at your center and begin to move out of your navel and create an aura of golden rays like the sun all around your body. A protective, nourishing shield. A whirling spool of sunlight glowing around you and moving in and out of your midsection, filling you with its warmth and power. Deep inhale and exhale. And as this light permeates your body and spirit, feel it fill you with the energy of confidence and empowerment, connecting you to the you that lives within you, the observer who is always with you, who is the highest essence of you. With each breath, feel that sense of purpose, power, and strength spread out from your solar plexus chakra into each part of your body. Take a deep inhale and exhale, and another inhale and exhale, and take a deep inhale into your belly. And with your next exhale, I want you to roar out loud like a lion and feel the strength and confidence in your capabilities and the knowledge that you are whole and worthy of this feeling. I want you to sit in this feeling for just a few moments, keeping your eyes closed and inhaling deeply through your nose and out through your nose. Just a few moments. Sit in this feeling of empowerment, with the glow like the sunshine of your solar plexus chakra all around you, like a beautiful aura. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, open your eyes. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was beautiful, right? Okay, so let's move on. Now that you're kind of at that point, right, where you're feeling energized, I want to take you through the questions, the reflection questions that are inside of your workbook. And let's spend a little bit of time here. If you have your workbook printed out, Great. Maybe you answered these questions. If not, you can answer them now. If you don't have the workbook, it's not a big deal. I have the questions actually listed right here. Okay, let me make myself a little bit smaller over here. And get myself off of the screen so you can see the questions. Okay, so these are the questions that I want you to think about. And they each center on the energy that the solar plexus can bring into your life, right? We're talking about confidence and your ability to feel empowered and your idea of personal power and how comfortable you are with that. I think it's interesting that many times the things that we want to bring into our lives, we think we feel comfortable with, but our mind is set up in a way that it's always looking to protect us, even if that means keeping us standing still and trapped in the past, even if that means not allowing change into our life, even though we think we want it, because what is known and the past is safe. It might not be happy, and it might not be good for us, but the mind's job is to protect us. And so we're put in a position where we have to gently embrace the mind versus fighting against it, and realize that in its role, it is just looking to protect us. And it has done the best that it can, right? You have done the best that you can for all the years of your life leading up to this very moment. You're still here. You are resilient. And the only way forward is with kindness, is with self-compassion, is to let the mind know by using tools like meditation and chakra work, crystals, and mindfulness practices, is to give your mind a break, is to give your mind a time to reset and be still and know that it doesn't have to be in charge, that you're actually not in danger, and that these new things and thoughts and beliefs that you're bringing into your life are not a threat. And the only way to do that is through compassion and kindness. The more that you fight against things, the more your mind will register it as a threat. So I ask you, in doing these questions, come at it from a place of compassion, of love, of kindness to yourself, much like the way you treat other people in your life that you love, your family, your friends, your community, your kids, your pets, your partners, whoever it is in your life, that you bring kindness and love and compassion to each day. Turn that around and bring it towards yourself. It might not feel familiar, but what better time than to start doing it than today? So from that place, I want you to consider these questions. And if you have your workbook, great. You can write down the answers to this inside of your workbook. If not, just take a piece of paper and write them down. If you don't have a piece of paper, that's okay. Just answer them inside of your mind and then go back and reflect on them. Just use this time, you've created this time as a space to bring change into your life. Use this time as a time to bring compassion and kindness into your life. And you'll find the two will merge together and you'll have the greatest outcome. So, are you confident in your ability to achieve your dreams? Now, this might seem like a silly question, but really when you dig down into it, we have dreams and things that we want in our life. But do we self-sabotage ourselves because we think we're not worthy of it, or we don't really have the ability to do it, right? So if that is the case, what thoughts and beliefs are holding you back? When you say these thoughts and beliefs out loud, do they sound true? The ones that are holding you back, the ones that are stopping you from achieving the dreams that you want, do they reflect the person you are today? Or are they the story of the person that you were 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago? Are these old stories that no longer fit the person that you are today? And are they blocking dreams and the alignment to your higher self that you should be at in this chapter of your life. Writing these things down, putting them down in words is a powerful thing. It's another practice of mindfulness. So I ask you to reflect on them now. And if you can, write them down, if not now, then later, so that you can reflect on them and that you can use them in your practice, in your meditation practice, in your chakra practice, in your practice with healing crystals, whatever it is that you use as a tool for reflection and actualizing intention. Use the answers to these questions for that. So, second question, do you value yourself? Again, a basic question that automatically we probably would say yes to. But I ask you to be truthful with yourself, right? These are answers just for you. This is not for sharing with anyone else. So, do you actually value yourself? And what would others say they value in you and your friendship? And how does that differ from your story and the beliefs you have about yourself? So that can be a pretty powerful set of questions right there. I mean, that's like a whole hour of thinking and what you think about yourself versus what others think about yourself and where the gap is. And as you reflect on this, I want you to think about that gap, that difference, and what lives inside of that. And when did you start thinking that way? When did that difference between what people think of you and what you think of you begin? When did that chasm begin to grow? Was there a trigger? Was it a person, an event, a time in your life? I have found, at least with myself, that my triggers happened a very long time ago. Probably, my gosh, maybe like plus 30 years ago. And what started as a small crack grew to a chasm because, again, my mind was looking to protect myself. So it translated new opportunities in which I could be hurt like that again into a risk, and it just buried it deeper. And what happens when you don't allow yourself to experience feelings or allow thoughts and feelings to tell you something about what you need and what you need to heal. If you don't allow it to do that, and by doing that, allow it to flow through you, it continues to get stuck and it builds up. And that becomes like a chasm. It becomes the Grand Canyon, where on one side is the truth, and on the other side is what you think is the truth. And as we all know, our thoughts and feelings are not truths. They don't define who we are. They flow through us. You know, if you think about how many thoughts you have a day, you know, it adds up. And the amount of energy that you can spend ruminating on these thoughts and beliefs about yourself that are based on stories from a long time ago can take an enormous amount of energy that you could be putting into the moments that are right in front of you versus being stuck in the past. And the way to be able to change that is by allowing them to actually move through you. And when I say move through you, I don't mean that you dismiss them. I mean that you actually pay attention to them, to what these thoughts and feelings, and the difference even within this question of what you think about yourself and what others think about you. Pay attention to that. And what is it telling you that you need to do for yourself, right? That's what self-care is really about. What is it that you need to give yourself that you didn't get a long time ago, to give yourself a sense of being safe, a sense of acceptance? You know, most of the time, these things, these differences between what we think about ourselves and what others think about ourselves, in those feelings and thoughts, will tell you what it is that you actually value, right? So if you have this fear of being left out, well, it tells you then that you value community and you value intimacy and being with people. So what are you giving yourself to fill those things? You know, are you instead of ignoring it and dismissing it, are you thinking instead, you know what, I need to have some connection in my life. I need to feel safe and connected with other people, with a community. Call someone that you trust and reconnect with them. Volunteer time in your community to causes that you care about. Write a text or an email to somebody, write a letter. My gosh, I would love if I got a letter in the mail from somebody. Wouldn't that be nice to have something good being coming in the old snail mail? Anything that you can do to feed into those things that you value. So I would ask you in answering these questions that you think about what it is that that difference is telling you, and start to pay attention to your thoughts and feelings, because they are communicating to you what it is that you need. So next question. Do you make decisions that honor and respect who you are? And how do you honor who you are when you're alone and when you're with family and friends? And does it differ? And again, this is a whole big one, right? The way that you honor yourself. And that comes with boundaries and having clear intentions and understanding what you value and living on those values and setting up boundaries that what you value doesn't change depending upon the day or the person that's asking something. And I know even for me that it isn't really with strangers that you might have a problem with this. It's the people that you love that can be the hardest to say no to, or to at least ask to scale it back a little bit and be able to tell them that you wish you could help them, but right now, these are the things that you need to do. That's how you're able to take back time for yourself and re-energize yourself and honor and respect who you are, so that you can stay strong, and in energizing and activating your solar plexus chakra, create that energy inside of you that then can be help to other people. But as we know, when you continue to give and you have no boundaries, you actually aren't honoring or respecting yourself. You're just becoming this vessel out of which everybody else takes. And as you know, eventually what happens is there's nothing left inside. And when that happens, that's when resentment, envy, anger, illnesses start to form. So it's a way of thinking about putting the oxygen mask on yourself first, right? And the way to do that is to first know what it is that you value and how you can honor and respect that in order to guide the decisions that you make, so that you have alignment with the way that you treat yourself when you're by yourself, as well as the way you treat yourself when you're with the people that you love. That I know it can be triggering, right? You, again, falling into old stories and old patterns, and everybody has a role within their family and what that role is supposed to be. And it's very hard to change old patterns, but it's through practices like this and being aware of it that you can take the first step, right? And that you can actually be like a sun within your own family, a shining star, in helping to be a reflection to other people and giving them permission to do the same thing. If you can set boundaries for yourself, you can give permission to other people to do the same thing. And that I've found has been very powerful for me within my own family too. It's a slow process for sure, but change can happen if you're committed to it. And I honor you for being here today, because just in what you're doing today, you are making a decision, check off box question number 3, to honor and respect yourself, because you're giving yourself the time to go through these exercises and to be reflective and to learn about what it is that your thoughts and feelings are telling you, where it is that your energy is being blocked or flowing in your body, and what you can do to change and to activate that energy without making your mind feel like you're at risk, doing it from a place of kindness and compassion that feels safe, so that change is a positive thing that you can bring into your life. Okay, so if you have paper, just write these things down now. If not, it's okay, come back and reflect on it. But use the answers to these questions to be able to give you guidance in the things that you need to work on in yourself in order to make change in your life, in order to start that time of new beginnings and feel empowered. Okay, so next question. Personal choice, personal power. This especially is true when you're talking about family and friends, especially family. Do you exercise personal choice and know that you have the ability to choose how you respond and where you put your time and energy? And on a scale from 1 to 10, with 1 being not comfortable at all and 10 being very comfortable, how comfortable are you with the idea of personal power? This again is another question that, automatically like, I feel very comfortable and I'm a 10, I am in charge. Maybe you are, God bless you if you are, but are you like that with everyone that you know, or does that fluctuate depending upon whether you are in the work setting or you're at Thanksgiving dinner? And how can you start to bring a set level of personal power and realizing you have personal choice, not only in the easy situations, right, where you're just out and nobody really knows you, as well as in situations where you're with friends and family. So give that a think for a couple of seconds. And again, I appreciate how difficult this can be. And listen, even the opposite. Sometimes I find it's easier to say no to friends and family and harder to say no to people that I don't even know, because I come from, growing up that I just don't rock the boat and I wanted everyone to like me, and I find even with my 9-year-old daughter that I'm constantly having to teach her that balance between being a good person does not mean that you need to surrender your own sense of personal choice and power. It doesn't mean you have to say yes to everyone. It's not your job to make everyone happy. It is, I think, our role in life to be kind and to be supportive and inclusive, but it is not your job to make everyone happy in this world. That is, first of all, it's unachievable, and it requires the cost of your own personal choice and power, and a lot of times happiness. That is not being selfish, to say no, to have boundaries, to understand what it is that you value and where you want to put your time. That is called self-empowerment. It's the ability to make choices that align with what's important to you, and the ability to say no in a very nice way to things that are just going to take your time and energy away from the things that you do find important. So these 4 questions are, on the surface and in looking at them, very simple. But if you spend the time to reflect on them, can give you a lot of insights into places in your life where you need to do work and find healing and bring balance. And that's the work that we're doing today. Okay, so I want you to just take another couple of seconds and thinking through this and write down what it is that you find. And then I'm going to take you through a visualization meditation that is really beautiful and that you can use as a way to focus on one of these things. So what I would ask you to do is think about the answers that you came up with, say, for these 4 questions, and just pick one as your intention to focus on for the meditation that we're going to go through next. If you have your writing in front of you, great. If not, if it's just in your mind, just reflect for the next couple of seconds on what it is you would like to choose as your intention to focus your energy on, and how you want to use this next meditation to do that. So take a couple of seconds, think about that. Find yourself a comfortable position, get supported. You can either lie down or stay sitting up. And we're going to draw upon the element of fire during this visualization. If you have a candle, great. You can burn one. You can burn sage. If you have essential oils like lemon or ginger or grapefruit or peppermint, things that are wonderfully aligned to the solar plexus, then do that. If you have any crystals that align with solar plexus, hold them in your hand or have them around you. If you don't, that's okay. You just follow my voice. And if you feel your mind wander, just bring yourself back to your own breath as your anchor and the sound of my voice. And remember to do this from a place of compassion, of love, of kindness. It's in that space that change will happen. Okay, so be in your quiet place and close your eyes. And I want you to take a deep inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And as you do this, I want you to feel your body soften and relax with each exhale. In through your nose and out through your mouth, like blowing out a candle. And on your next inhale, I want you to visualize your inhale actually coming through your navel and your next exhale moving out through your navel. So deep inhale through your center and exhale through your center. And I want you to repeat to yourself, either out loud or in your mind, I honor my true self and the power that lives through me and in me. Once again, I honor my true self and the power that lives through me and in me. Deep inhale. I honor my true self and the power that lives through me and in me. And with your next inhale, imagine a yellow globe of light, like the sun, glowing around your navel. This is your solar plexus chakra. Look at the shape and the size of this orb of light and notice if it is spinning or if it's still. Notice what you feel in your body. What sensations come up? And in which parts of your body do they originate? And how do they move through your body? Much like our feelings and our thoughts, our body tells us things. It communicates to us what we need if we listen to it. And many times, what it's telling us starts at a whisper. But if we don't listen to it, it becomes a shout. And that's when illness happens. That's when fatigue, exhaustion. Those are the things that happen, that manifest when we don't listen to the whisper. So use this time and notice what sensations are coming up in your body. Where are they originating and how are they moving through your body? And take this information as a gift of insight into what you need in your life to bring balance to this center of power that lives here at your core, your solar plexus chakra. What are the things that you need to do for yourself to give yourself self-care, to take care of yourself, to give your body and your energy that lives inside of you what it needs? And give gratitude for these insights and this energy point in your body. And I want you to sit in this place of actualization, of being connected with your breath and the sensations in your body for just a few minutes, breathing deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. Again, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just sit in this place of self-actualization, of self-empowerment, with the light of your solar plexus chakra spinning, moving, activated, and coming into balance by the very act of you spending time here right now in this moment, caring for yourself. In this act, in this moment, you are feeding what your mind, body, and spirit need. You are activating your solar plexus chakra by giving yourself the gift of care through the power of your breath, through the power of stillness, through the power of commitment that you are worthy of spending this time giving yourself what you need through the power of your breath. Breathe in deeply through your nose and out through your mouth. Again, breathing deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just sit in this center, the solar plexus center, this beautiful glowing light like the sun that lives right at the center of you for just another moment. And when you're ready, open your eyes. There is something special that's inside of each of you, that you are worthy of the life that you dream of, and that all you need to do is to create a space for that life to manifest. And the way to do that is by bringing healing into your life through kindness, compassion. I believe that this can be a time for you to step into new beginnings and personal power. And I welcome you again to check out everything that I have at the Tiny Balcony on my website, my podcast, all of the resources that are inside of my mindfulness Facebook group. If you haven't joined that yet, please use them as a way to explore what mindfulness can bring into your life. And if you're ready to take that next step, then I invite you inside of my newest course, which I'm really excited about, Immersion of Healing Crystals. So I really want to thank you for joining me today, and I applaud you for taking the time to serve yourself and commit time to yourself, to taking care of yourself. This was a wonderful experience for me too. I love teaching, and I really love the opportunity, and I thank you for the opportunity for trusting me with your time to guide you through your journey and taking the next step. And I wish you great peace today. If you signed up for this, I'll be emailing you a replay. If you're inside my mindfulness group, I will be sharing a replay of that inside of the group. Please let me know what you thought, what questions you have, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care.